Hi, my name is Sanchari and this is Kitchen Tales. Today I plan to be baking a lot of Christmas cookies. In fact, there's a pretty long list of Christmas cookies that I plan to bake. So I will try to divide this video up into chapters so you can move ahead and go to the particular cookie that you would like to specifically see. The list of cookies are Marzipan cookies and a couple of varieties of Lebkuchen, which is again another type of gingerbread cookies, but a little bit more of a specialty of Germany. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the Marzipan cookies, and for that we are going to take 60 grams of marzipan, which you cut into small pieces, and you need 200 grams of brown sugar, and you need 200 grams of room temperature butter. Mix this up. Put this on a low setting. You take 50 ml of heavy cream, add 1 egg yolk to it, 1 teaspoon of something called Hirschhorn salts, ammonium hydrogen carbonate. You use that and mix it up. You then take 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder and just feed it in. I am using 370 grams of flour, and you add some spice mix. So here it is called speculatius spice mix. It's a mix of nutmeg, then ginger, cinnamon, and stuff like that. So it gives it that, that Christmassy spice smell. So I'm just going to put this in little by little into this and mix it up. Once this is just about mixed in, then I'll take it out, mix it in a little bit by hand, and then put it in plastic wrap and then into the fridge. Alright, this is the marzipan cookie. I've just taken it out of the fridge. Put a little bit of your crushed hazelnut or almonds, just so the dough gets a bit of this on its underside. So this is now how it's looking. Going to let them cool and then do a little bit of decoration on them. We're going to start to make the Lebkuchen, the first variation of Lebkuchen. It's made with honey. So 125 grams of clear honey, about 4 tablespoons of milk, 200 grams of sugar, 1 packet of vanilla sugar. I get this in a packet. If you don't have vanilla sugar, you can just use vanilla extract instead. And this is about 8 grams of it. 150 grams of butter or margarine. I'm using butter right now. This now needs to be heated on my stove until all the sugar and the butter and the honey and everything mixes together. I'm going to now pour this mixture that we just melted into a heat-proof bowl. Just wait for it to cool a little. While we're waiting for this to cool, I'm going to take another bowl and I'm going to put in it 400 grams of flour, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 packet of baking powder, that is about 15 grams of baking powder, and 100 grams of cornstarch. Just mix this in. So that should have been enough time for it to cool a little. We're going to take 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. The recipe asks for almond extract, but I don't have almond extract, so I'm just going to use some amaretto. Teaspoon of amaretto. And let's mix this. So now we're going to put this flour mixture in slowly. So this is how it's looking. The last third of the flour, they ask that you do it by hand. I'm going to put that in. Now they said if it's still too sticky, you can add more flour to it. It does feel pretty sticky to me still. Sure how dough-like it should potentially be. It still feels pretty sticky. As you can see, never made this before. Always the first time. So that's my 3rd spoon, I guess. So this is now ready to be put into the oven at 180 degrees top and bottom heat. Smells really good. And they took about 10 minutes to bake. And once I start to put some icing on them, I'm hoping they will look a little bit better. These are the first Lebkuchen. Alright, going to start making the Elisenlebkuchen. That is the second variation of a Lebkuchen. We use something like what it's called here, Bako, which is basically rice wafers. So we're going to make, this recipe gives you about 30 of them. We're going to put the dough onto this. So let's get making those. So the first thing to do is to turn on your oven. I'm going to put it on at hot air at 120 degrees. If it's top and bottom heat, then you put it on at 140 degrees. So I'm going to take 2 eggs, just beat it a bit. Then I'm going to add 200 grams of brown sugar to it, 1 pack of vanilla sugar, which is found in a pack, which is 8 grams here. If you don't have this, you can just use vanilla extract and some extra sugar maybe. Into this, I'm going to add 2-3 drops of lemon extract, just a little bit. And I have some Lebkuchen spices, little less than a full spoon. Now to this I'm going to add a scant, not even a half teaspoon of baking powder, just a little bit. And I'm going to add some chopped almonds, which is about 100 grams of chopped almonds. Put that in. Now I have about 150 grams of ground hazelnuts. We may not need to use all of it, but we'll see. So I've just kept a little bit back because you want the consistency to be a little thick, but not too thick. I'm going to mix my 100 grams of mixed peel, candied peel, which has been cut very finely. I get that in a box here. This apparently has peels of papaya too. So it needs to be kind of like a thick consistency, but not too thick because you want to be able to spread it. So I need some hot water with a knife, butter knife, to be able to spread it nicely. So the idea is that you take a spoon of this mix, put it on your wafer, use your hot knife and spread it. Alright, so this is now ready to go into the oven at 120 degrees hot air or 140 degrees top and bottom heat setting for about 25 minutes. So there are two kinds of icing that you put on these Elisenlebkuchens. One of them is with icing sugar and water, and the other is a chocolate icing. For now, we will make the icing sugar icing. Some hot water, just going to put a little bit in. So this is now ready for when my cookies come out of the oven. The icing sugar icing, you have to put it on immediately as soon as it comes out while it's still hot. The chocolate one, you have to wait for the cookies to cool. "75 grams of chocolate, and about 25 grams of butter." So this I now heat it in the microwave in 30-second or 20-second bursts. See you in a bit. Alright, so back with the chocolate.